Hello friend, Anna Sabramowitz here. Now, if you're interested in designing compelling, awesome, quick scenarios, you are in the right place because that's exactly what I'm going to talk to you and teach you today. All right, so now before I begin, if scenarios are something you're really serious about, you want to watch more in depth about the things I'm going to go into here, go to scenariodesignSecrets.com. That's really going to give you a good overview of my framework, how I use it, and where I've used it, and how I came up with it. Okay, so go there now. Oh, actually, I will just put it on the whiteboard for you in case we forget. ScenarioDesignSecrets.com. That's a long, that's a long thing to write. That's awkward silence. All right, so here, let me give you a scenario and walk you through this. Okay, so let's say you're somebody who designs e-learning, right? And your boss comes up to you and says, "Listen, John's leaving in 3 weeks. He's retiring. He's our top mentor. And so what I want you to do is I want you to engage with him and also put together an awesome scenario about all the things that he's really good at and all the things that are like essential to him mentoring. We don't want that stuff walking out our door, all this amazing knowledge, right? All this amazing content." And so you're like, "Oh my God, what am I going to do? What's gonna, I've never done this before. I don't design scenarios. I've seen some stuff and it looks pretty complicated." Let me tell you, this is a very simple, clear process. And if you do this, you are going to save yourself tons of time. John's going to love you because you're not going to take up too much of his time. And also your boss is going to love you because you're going to produce something awesome very, very quickly. Okay, so blue marker. Okay, so the first thing that you need really is, who are you designing this for? So your target audience. Who's going to be looking at your scenario? Who's going to be working through your scenario? Who's going to benefit from that scenario? You need to make that really clear. Okay? So that's number one. Numero uno, super important. Number two, you have to know what the goal is of this specific scenario. Is the goal to have people go through it, let's say, and at the very end, they realize they have all these gaps. They don't know, they thought they knew how to solve certain situations. They thought they would know how to act in certain contexts, but they actually don't. And the goal of that scenario is at the end for them to be like, "Hey, I need more help in this specific area." They know exactly what it is. And your scenario is there to say, "Hey, now we've got this learning path, or we've got this video for you to watch. We've got this book for you to read." So what's the goal of the scenario? Where do you want to take the target audience to at the very end? Okay, so you got these two things. And really, what you need is just these two things. Now, the next thing you already have ready, which everybody needs to create a great scenario, is number three, an awesome subject matter expert. And a subject matter expert can also be, and should also be, if possible, a top performer. Who is this person? Is this person, and actually sometimes you might want to have two, a guy who is a super knowledgeable person and a gal who is also a top performer. And you talk to those two people. So you got that, boom, ready to go. Guess what? You're ready to start. And you're thinking, "Oh no, Anna, I gotta do more work. I gotta do more prep." What kind of prep? "Oh, I gotta read all the manuals that John's read so that I can be ready to interview him next week for that scenario." No, my friend, throw it away. This is what you need to be able to talk to John next week and produce an amazing scenario. Two things. You only need two things. So this is your prep. Framework for scenarios. And then interview system. I know you love my writing. Isn't it gorgeous? Is there a spell check on? Okay, so we've got this. When you are talking to John next week, this framework for your scenarios, what's happening is it's like, it's in your mind. So when you're talking to John, you are not walking in with like a blank mind and you have no idea what you're working towards. You have this framework for scenarios and it's in the back of your mind as you are asking these very specific questions of John to get him to give you all the great info you need to create a compelling scenario, right? By the way, if you want to learn more about this, you want some personal help from me, because this is all good, but if you want the in-depth stuff, go to scenariodesignSecrets.com and check out the video there, and also you might get a chance to talk to me. So what I wanted to wrap up with here is the fact that if you are wanting to get started and produce something quickly, I know there's a lot of things that you're probably thinking, like, Anna, what's my mobile strategy? Anna, what about the LMS this thing is going to live in? Anna, what about all the info that I should know? Guess what? All of those things are important. However, we're talking about the work. We're talking about the production of these resources. We're talking about you maximizing the time that you have with a person who's going to leave very quickly, and you producing something compelling, launching it quickly. You want to do reference checks later to see if you got the info right? Guess what? Those will still be available after John leaves, but that will not help you have a better interview with him, because your interview is very much tailored to you producing a compelling scenario. All right? So I hope you enjoyed that. Give me a thumbs up or like it, and share it if you find somebody who's struggling with this process, who needs a little bit of a better overview of how simple and efficient this can actually be. All right? So you want to talk to me about this some more? Visit scenariodesignSecrets.com and I'll be able to help you out there. All right? Have a wonderful rest of the day, friends. Take care. Bye.